Welcome back, everybody. This is Dylan and Will with Lasco Ford, and we wanted to take a minute and show you guys our brand new 2024 Raptor R. This one is the first one we've had hit our lot, and it's in Avalanche Gray. We're gonna take a minute, show you guys some of the changes Ford has done on the exterior as well as the interior. So let's get started. To start, we're gonna be up here on the front end of the Raptor R, or the 803A as its PEP code calls it. And the first thing I wanna draw your attention to here is the amber lighting that Ford has throughout the front end. Ford's done that for a number of years on their Raptors just to help make it stand out. So you'll see the little marker light on the fender flare, as well as the headlamps also light up as well, which is pretty cool. Next thing I wanna point out is the hood. You'll see you've got a really aggressive hood vent on top there to give this a sportier look, as well as the new graphics package that Ford's doing on the Raptor Rs. Next, you'll see that they did redesign the FORD logo up on the front there, a little bit more of a textured look, and even here you can see the code orange Raptor R on the front there. You'll also see you've got the heavy duty front bumper up here. This is metal, ready to go, keep you protected. And you'll also see too the code orange tow hooks on the front of the vehicle. You'll see that code orange all throughout this Raptor R. Now, the other thing I want to draw your attention to is the 37-inch BFGoodrich all-terrain tires they've got on here, as well as the forged 17-inch beadlock capable rims that they're going to do on these Raptor Rs too. This is the off-road package, so they want to make sure you're ready to go. Now we're going to take a step to the back of the vehicle and show you some of the stuff over there. The next thing I want to draw your attention to is the new Fox shocks with live valve technology. So as we look underneath the wheel well there, I want to tell you the new Fox shocks with live valve technology now include position sensitive compression control on the Raptor R and the 802A package Raptor. The shocks can instantaneously adapt to steering, braking, acceleration to help maximize steering, comfort, things like that. Now that we're making our way here towards the back of the vehicle, I want to point out to the rest of the graphics that are on this 803A Raptor. You'll see that vertical bar design there, as well as the Raptor R. Of course, you've got the headlamp design there too. And on the tailgate here, something we're happy to see back is the tailgate applique. It's just so everyone knows you were driving the Ford Raptor. You'll see the FORD logo does have that textured look that it has up front, as well as the Raptor R badging there with the code orange. Now, really quick, I want to show you guys this. You have the tailgate comes down at the press of a button, real slow and easy. You'll notice that this does have the bed utility package. So we're gonna have our tailgate step, and we're gonna have our work surface with the different units of measurement, as well as a spot for pencils, tape measure, that sort of thing. And the other thing I wanna point out to you guys too is the dedicated C-clamp spot, just so that way you're not damaging the paint of your brand new Raptor. Of course, spray in bed liner from the factory, and Ford's been including these little storage cubbies down there, just like on the Ford Maverick. So that just sits right back in and locks in place. Now I wanna show you guys this here as well. I can, at the quick press of the button underneath, or if you have the key fob, I can double tap, and you have power assist up on the tailgate just to make it a little easier for you. The other thing I want to point out that I think is the most exciting on this Raptor is actually the dual exhaust system on this. And honestly, it being the blacked out piped look really ties this vehicle together. Now that we're done looking at the rear end of the vehicle, let's look at some of the new stuff on the interior. Now that we're up front, I want to draw your guys' attention to some of the really cool stuff Ford's doing on the interior. Again, you'll see more of that code orange stitching, as well as the carbon fiber look on the interior door there. Also, you'll see this does have memory seating options too. So you've got 3 different presets that you can pre-program that's going to control not only your seat and pedals, but also your steering wheel too, which is really nice. Now, looking down below, you'll see this is full power driver seating, and it's gonna have more of that orange stitching all throughout on the seat here. You'll see the Raptor R badging again, and even one of the little Easter eggs that Ford included that said V8 on the side there, just so you know you're in the real Raptor R with the 5.2 liter V8. Now, you'll also see, of course, more Raptor R logo up in the steering wheel, as some of the carbon fiber inserts are down below as well, and you've got some red stitching on that steering wheel too, which is just sort of nice. Looking at the shifter, same thing here, more orange stitching all throughout, and even on the top of your center console, you're gonna have that stitched in Raptor R look there too, which is really cool. Now I want to take a minute and show you guys some of the safety technology as well as features that Ford has added to the Raptor R. Now that we're up front, I want to point out a few other things before we get into some of the features and safety technology. You've got the carbon fiber look here on the second glove box, as well as the all leather dash that's up here too. You'll see more of that code orange stitching all throughout, which is again, another good design choice. Really quick, you'll see that this Raptor does come equipped with the wireless charging pad, dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats, as well as a heated steering wheel. I'll draw your attention next to the updated Sync 4A system. Not too much has changed on here other than color and some of the other Raptor exclusive features. So cool to see that that's still the same. The next thing I want to show you is the new F-Series badging here on the side, making another appearance, which is what we like to see. Next, I want to draw your attention to the Raptor exclusive gauge cluster. Of course, they still have this on some of the other vehicles, but this one looks a little bit different. And the drive modes. So you've got a lot of your normal drive modes, normal, sport, tow haul, but this being the Raptor, you're going to get the Baja mode as well, which is really nice to see. And you even get really quick here on the touch screen a front camera view of where your tires are going to go when you're doing your off-roading. Now, I'm going to turn this back around and you'll see that we've got the heads-up display again, which again is my favorite feature. Cool to see that back. And if I do some of the alternate drive modes, like if I put it into tow haul, that will change look as well. So this one does have the digital speedometer as well as speed sign recognition and a temperature gauge. Pretty much standard all throughout the heads-up display. The next thing I want to draw your attention to, some more Raptor exclusive stuff all on this side of the steering wheel. You've got steering control, suspension control, and exhaust. So I've got a few different exhaust modes: normal, sport, Baja, and quiet. So if you're taking your Raptor out on an early morning. And the other thing I want to draw your attention to on the other side of the steering wheel is the My mode, and that's going to be signified by that Raptor R there. So that's going to be a preset of whatever selection of the other Raptor drive orientated things are in your own way. So you can have a quiet exhaust, but drive and feel like a Baja, right? Now, let's take a moment, pop the hood, and talk about that 5.2 liter supercharged V8. Now, underneath the hood here, we have the famous 5.2 liter supercharged V8 that was formerly on the GT500s and is now also here on the Raptor R. So looking into the engine bay, I want to draw your attention to some of the cool stuff Ford's doing with this. Just as a quick note, that the 5.2 liter absolutely blows the 3.5 high output out of the water. The 5.2 liter has 720 horsepower versus the 450 that the 3.5 high output has, and 640 foot-pounds of torque versus 510 that the high output has. Now, what's really cool about the 5.2 liter is that it's hand assembled down at Romeo Engine Plant here in Michigan. Team members actually they examine each engine as it's built just to make sure there's no errors or any problems with quality during the overall assembly of the vehicle. Now, we couldn't find it here on this particular engine, but each engine is supposed to include a signature signed by those involved in the build process overall on this one. Now, one of the other cool things I want to talk about that's standard on all the 2024 model F-150s is stolen vehicle services. So it's something that you go through on your Ford Pass app and look at and sign up for in the Connected Services tab, but this is going to alert you of any intrusions or theft of your vehicle just to help you get your brand new truck back to you. Now, let's talk about a few of the closing thoughts on the new Raptor. Now, before we get into our closing thoughts, we have to test one last thing on the Raptor R. Definitely sounds like a supercharged V8. Now, few of the things that I want to touch on in the closing thoughts here. Redesigned front end looks really aggressive and kind of helps keep up with the rest of the 2024 model year lineup. I personally really like the new graphics package that's on this one as well. I definitely think some of the older stickers were a little bit dated, so it's cool to see a more modern design. Rear end, tailgate applique, and the dual exhaust. Absolutely love that here at the dealership. And the interior, probably the best interior Ford's done in a long time on the Raptors. I really liked actually the Easter egg we showed in the video earlier, showing that V8 on the center console. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think about the new Raptor R, this one of course being Avalanche Gray. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This truck is still available, so if you are interested, give us a call at 810-629-2255 and ask for Will or Dylan. Thank you guys.